Braves take on the Rockies, 3:10 Eastern first pitch in Colorado. Now this game is currently off the board, no line posted for this game. We do have Julio Teheran for the Braves, Tim Melville for the Rockies. Now Teheran's 8-8 with a 3.53 ERA. He also has 137 strikeouts and 145 innings pitched. Now, the Braves have won their last 8 straight ball games. They're 8-0 in their last 8, 5-1 in their last 6 on the road. And when it comes to the Rockies, they rank dead last in the NL West. They're 58-72 overall for the year. It's going to put them at 14 games under 500. They also rank dead last in hits allowed. So although we have no line for this game, I think Atlanta should win it outright on the road. Give me the Braves winning that one outright for some moneyline cash. Next game, Pirates, Phillies, 7:05 South Philly. Philadelphia is -130, totals 9.5. Now, we haven't seen much movement on the money line. Pretty good two-way action there. We did see a little bit of movement upward on the total. So once again, the Phillies open and remain -130, total open 9 up to 9.5. 62% are leaning Phillies, 61% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Pirates are +120 on the money line. The Phils are +145 on the run line. We have Joe Musgrove for the Pirates, Jason Vargas for the Phils. Now, Musgrove comes into this game with 125 strikeouts and just 142 innings pitched. Pittsburgh's won 4 out of their last 6. They're also 34-30 against the spread away from home. And of course, when I refer to the spread in Major League Baseball, I'm referring to the run line. Now, the Phillies, on their side of things, winners in just 3 out of their last 7. They also rank 23rd in hits allowed. And when it comes to the total, the Pirates are 35-29 to the over when traveling. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Pittsburgh +1.5 and the over 9.5 runs in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just got to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Monday's Major League Baseball action. Happy Monday. Let's go ahead and get this week started off right. Now, I got to remind you real quick to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We do daily plays on that site. We have a bunch of different memberships and packages. They begin at just $1.99 per month. A lot of great information there as well. We're doing fantastic in many different categories. So check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. Plenty of free content there as well. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, let's go ahead and get into some more games. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Cardinals taking on the Brewers. Nice little divisional game there. Pretty big implications here in this series. 7:05 Eastern first pitch in Milwaukee. Now the Brewers are -130, totals 9.5. We saw a 10-cent move toward Milwaukee and movement downward on the total. And the Brewers open $1.20 up to 130. Total open 10 down to 9.5. 54% are leaning Cardinals, 56% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Cards are +120 on the money line. The Brewers +$1.50 on the run line. We have Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals, Gio Gonzalez for the Brewers. Gonzalez has walked 24 batters in 59 innings. Wainwright on the other side, 9-9 on the year, 126 strikeouts in just 131 innings. The Brewers have won just 3 out of their last 7. They rank 25th in striking out, 28th in walks allowed. The Cardinals on the other side, winners in 7 out of their last 8. They're also 13-3 in their last 16 ball games. The Cardinals are in first place in the NL Central, 71-58 overall for the year, 13 games over 500. They're also 4.5 games ahead of Milwaukee in the division. Now, total-wise, the Cards are 8-2 to the under in their last 10 on the road. The Brewers are 5-1 to the under in their last 6. I'm going to lean Cardinals +$1.20 and the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Reds, Marlins, 7:10 Miami. The Reds are -165, total 7.5. We saw a 10-cent move towards Cincinnati and movement downward on the total. The Reds open $1.55 up to 165. Total open 8, down to 7.5. 56% are leaning toward the Reds. 63% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Marlins are plus 155 on the money line. The Reds plus $1.05 on the run line. We have Sonny Gray for the Reds, Pablo Lopez for the Marlins. Lopez comes into this game with a 5-5 record, 4.23 ERA. Meanwhile, Sonny Gray on the other side, 9-6 on the year, 2.92 ERA, 1.12 WHIP. The Reds, Sonny Gray also has 164 strikeouts and just 138 innings pitched. Miami is the worst team in the National League, just 47-82 overall for the year. Winners in just 27 out of 67 at home. The Reds on the other side, 5th in runs allowed on the road, 4th in striking batters out on the road. And when it comes to the total, the Marlins are 5-1 at the over in their last 6 in Miami. I'm going to lean Cincinnati minus 165 in the over 7.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Athletics, Royals, 8-15 Kansas City. The A's are minus 145, totals at 9. We saw a nickel fade of Oakland and movement downward on the total. The A's open $1.50, down to minus 145. Total open 10, down to 9. 65% are leaning Oakland, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Royals are plus 135 on the money line. We have Homer Bailey for the Athletics, Brad Keller for the Royals. Keller's 7-13 with a 1.33 WHIP. Homer Bailey on the other side for the A's, 11-8 on the year. The Royals have the 3rd fewest wins in the American League. They're just 46-85 overall for the year. Winners in just 24 out of 63 at home. The A's on the other side, 6th in runs allowed, 8th in walks allowed. Winners in 7 out of their last 10. Total-wise, Kansas City is 37-26 to the over at home. I'm going to lean Athletics minus 145 in the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, Diamondbacks, Giants, 9:45 San Francisco. The D-backs are minus 110, totals 8.5. We have Alex Young for the Diamondbacks, Tyler Beede for the Giants. Bede's just 3-7 with a 5.82 ERA. Alex Young on the other side for Arizona, 5-3 on the year, 1.14 WHIP. The Giants are just 2-4 in their last 6. Winners in just 29 out of 62 at home. The Giants rank 25th in scoring, 28th in hits at home. The D-backs on the other side have won their last 2 straight. They're 40-29 against the spread away from home. They're also 6th in road scoring, 6th in road hits. Now, total-wise, the D-backs are 38-31 to the over when traveling. Give me the Diamondbacks minus $1.10 in the over 8.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Yankees, Mariners, 10-10 Seattle. Now, this game's currently off the board as well. We have Jay Happ for the Yankees, to be determined for the Mariners. Now, Jay Happ's 10-8 with 105 strikeouts and 129 innings pitched. The Yankees are tied for the most wins in the American League. They're 85-47 overall for the year. The Mariners on the other side, they are last in the AL West, 3rd fewest wins in the American League. They're just 56-75 overall for the year. I'm going to lean Yankees winning that one outright for some money line cash. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Dodgers, Padres, 10-10 San Diego. The Dodgers are minus 155, totals 8.5. We saw a 25-cent move toward Los Angeles and movement upward on the total. The Dodgers open $1.30 up to 155. Total open 8 up to 8.5. 60% are leaning Dodgers, 76% shaded toward the over. Right now the Padres are plus 145 on the money line. The Dodgers are plus $1 on the run line. We have Dustin May for the Dodgers, Eric Lauer for the Padres. Lauer's 6-8 with a 4.47 ERA and a 1.40 WHIP. The Padres have dropped 4 out of their last 5 ball games. They've also won just 30 out of 65 at home. They rank 29th in hits, 27th in striking out. The Dodgers on the other side, 4th in scoring, 1st in offensive walks, 14-6 in their last 20. Now, total-wise, the Dodgers are 4-2 to the over in their last 6 on the road. The Padres 10-3 to the over at home. I'm going to lean LA Dodgers minus 155 and the over 8.5 runs in that game. Let's go ahead and get into our quick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm going to go ahead with the Yankees winning their game outright for some money line cash. I have the Dodgers minus 155 and the over 8.5. I have the D-backs minus $1.10 and the over 8.5. I have the Athletics minus 145 and the over 9 runs. I have the Reds minus 165 and the over 7.5. I have the Cardinals plus 120 and the under 9.5. I have the Pirates plus 1.5 and the over 9.5. And last but not least, I have the Atlanta Braves winning their ball game outright for some moneyline cash. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs brought to you by, once again, myself at patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to John Mitchell, Vegas Better, Kerry Nichols, Gusto Auto, Dr. Franco, Chuck Pinter, Bo Dunn, Blown Stallone, Mike Wilkerson, Stephen Lewis, Sean Patrick, and last but not least, Armando Garcia. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We do plenty of daily plays on that site. We have plenty of different memberships and packages, and they begin at just $1.99 per month. A lot of great free content there as well. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, I got to thank you for watching me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.